Morning. Haven't been on here in a few days. I've been really busy. Um, had a bunch of photo sessions yesterday, and that was fun. I got rained on, and then the wind picked up, but that's okay because I think they turned out great. Um, oh boy, we've had big changes out here. So we got the chickens, and I don't know if you guys saw, we got the horse and we got the pig. Um, Eventually, I want to get another horse. Um, Probably gonna get another coop and build another run and get some more chickens. Farm life is wonderful. Um, I'm going to build some more nesting boxes and something that is a little more cozy for them. We added hay in the bottom of the coop so they can stay warm in the winter. Um, and then, we have to put a wall up for the horse and the pig, for a stable, um, so they can go into the stalls and stay warmer. I know they don't necessarily have to have that, but I want them to have that. Um, just because I don't think they should just be left outside. They do have shelter, but I want them to have an enclosed shelter that's warmer, just so they can go stay out of the wind and the rain and, all of that. And we have two different areas for heated troughs, so the water stays melted in the winter too. So that way we don't have to worry about the water freezing up on them. I do have to get a smaller one for the pig though. But other than that, everything's great. Trying to get my house ready for Christmas. So we're going to put up 2 trees. I am going to try flocking this year. So my husband wants a pink tree. Okay. Yes, I said that. A pink tree. He saw a pink tree and he loved it. So I am going to flock my 9-foot tree just white. And then the smaller tree, I am going to do pink. So we're going to have 2 trees upstairs, and then we're going to have a tree downstairs for the grandkids. So this ought to be fun. I've never flocked before, so it looks pretty simple. I'm not sure how simple it actually is, but we're going to go for it. I'm excited to decorate for Christmas because this is our first Christmas in this house, and it looked so beautiful for fall. So I know it's going to be absolutely gorgeous for Christmas. So, um, so I had started a reel yesterday. I was going to talk about friendship. And I do have to go to work this morning, so I'm not going to be on long because I have to get ready for work. But so I don't know what everyone else thinks about friendship, but my idea of friendship is unconditional. Yes, there are boundaries, and there are certain boundaries you never cross. Like, obviously, like if your friend, you know, sleeps with your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or something like that, that's a boundary you don't cross. They're done. They're not your friend. Um, a friend that is only a friend to your face and not behind your back, that's not a friend. Um, I'm talking about real friends. Friends that are there unconditionally. Friends that are true to you. That are friends to your face and behind your back. My circle is very small. And the friends that I have that are true friends, they are friends to my face and behind my back. They do not, to my knowledge at least, they don't talk about me behind my back. I've never known them to. And some of these friends I have had since I was 10 years old. Um, they are my friends no matter what. They're there for me just like I'm there for them. And it's an unbreakable friendship. They are people that we count on each other. Like we we know. Like we know when the other person's going through something. We keep in contact with each other. It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't even have to be every week. But we still communicate. And when we do communicate, it's like we never stopped communicating, like we haven't missed a beat. Um, we are always in sync with each other. Hello, Bilo. Oh my gosh, that wind. Oh, the wind out here is horrible. Um, those are the type of friends that I believe are true friends. Friends that, if someone were to say something about one of my friends, my true friends, they they just better not, because I won't stand for it. I am not the person to come to. If you have something to say about my friend, you better not come to me, because I will defend my friend. Um, if you have something negative to say about my friend, don't. I mean, unless my friend has done something and has stepped out of line or something, don't talk about my friend, because I will defend my friend. That's just who I am. Then there's your fake friend. That is a friend who is a friend to your face, but not behind your back. They talk about you. They don't have your back. They're part of whatever crowd they're a part of. When they're with you, they're your friend. When they're with other people, they're their friend. If those other people are talking about you or, making fun of you or whatever, that person is too. They don't have your back. Um, those type of friends, I call them frenemies. They are not your people. They are not people that I want in my life. I have had frenemies, and they are not my frenemies anymore. And then you have the users. You have the ones who call you their friend, but they are your users, because they only call you when they want something. They never call you to say hi. They never call you to check on you. They never call you just to chit chat. They never come around just to chit chat. They only call you if they want something. Those people are not your friend. Those people are using you. I've had those people in my life too. I don't talk to them. If they call, it's because I know they want something, so I don't answer the phone. Um, because I just don't do it anymore. Um, Over the last 2 years, yeah, I've turned into a bitch. Um, because I I've learned my worth and I've learned my value and I've just learned to not let people walk on me anymore. So I've learned just I just don't tolerate it anymore. Then you have your acquaintances that are people that you know, you know of them, you know something about them, but they're not your friend. You aren't going out and hanging out with them. You don't talk to them regularly. You don't really have anything in common with them. Um, but you just know them. You socially know them. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot. And some of those acquaintances call me their friend. I'm not their friend. I'm their acquaintance. Um, and I do have to correct some of them because some of them would go, "Oh, she's my friend." No, she's my acquaintance. Um, we don't hang out. We don't talk. You know nothing about me. I don't call you and talk to you. You don't call me. We don't text. We don't chit chat. You don't come to my house. You know nothing about me. So, no, you're an acquaintance. Definitely an acquaintance. Um, so you just have to learn and you have to sink sometimes and you have to crash and burn. Uh, Thanks for the information, GC. Um, but anyway, um, so you just sometimes you have to learn and you have to learn the lessons and you have to just figure it out. And you have to value friendship and you have to learn your own value. And if your friends don't value you, then they're not your friends. And that is my opinion. Um, because you are valuable and you as a person are valuable. And if they don't realize that and they don't see that, then they're not your friend. And that's just all there is to it. A friend does not turn their back on you. A friend does not harm you. A friend encourages you. A friend supports you and lifts you up. A friend encourages your goals and your dreams and is by you while you're trying to reach them. And unless, of course, it's something stupid that's going to get you in a lot of trouble, or, they're honest with you and such, like, this is a dumb idea. A friend's not going to let you get in trouble. Like, friends don't let you do something harmful to yourself. And if a friend does let you do something harmful to yourself, they're not your friend. And so, like, here's a perfect example. My son, um, no, my son, we have a self-adopted child. We raised him since he was 16. He veered off into a bad path. And he called my son one night when he was a lot younger and said he was in a little bit of trouble. My son got to this house and our adopted son was laying in the middle of the floor and he was unconscious, had foam coming out of his mouth, and he was barely breathing. And my son went in the house and my son got down and started checking on him, and all of his so-called friends that he grew up with were all around watching him die. None of them would call an ambulance because they were too afraid they were going to get in trouble for drugs because he had OD'd. They had given him some bad drugs and he was OD'd. And my son was screaming for them to call an ambulance. None of them would call. So they would have rather watched their friend die than call an ambulance because they did not want to get in trouble for drugs because they were all doing drugs at this party. So my son started CPR and called the ambulance himself. And everyone in this house freaked out and they ran. Those people that my adopted son grew up with thought were his ride and die, thought that had his back, that he thought they just loved him like a brother, they were not his friends. They were willing to let him die than call an ambulance because of drugs. That broke my heart. They would have gotten in a lot of trouble because some of these people were on probation. They're clean now. Most of them are all clean now. But the point is they would have rather have let him die than call an ambulance. And that right there, just, I was pissed when I found out. And don't think I did not go to them and say something, because I did. People like that, they're not your friend. They're an enemy. It's just like that saying, who needs an enemy when you have a friend like that? That fits right there. Because if you have friends in your life that treat you that way, they're not your friend. You know, when I was going through my darkest point in my life 2 years ago, none of the people that I thought were my true friends were there for me. And I learned the hard way. Well, good morning, hubby. I learned the hard way who my friends were. And my people that I thought were my people were not my people. And I had to learn. And well, that's good. I'm glad you guys never did drugs, because that's not a good thing. But I had to learn the hard way about friendship, and I had to learn the hard way about, hello, kicking rocks. By the way, if you guys haven't followed an awesome channel, go to Kickin' Rocks and follow that channel. It's pretty awesome. But I had to learn the hard way about a lot of the people that I considered my friends. And that's why my circle is very small now. And I had to learn who the people that used me were. I had to learn who the people that were there for me were, and who the people that just, like, I learned a lot of lessons. I learned about the ones who had lied about me and spread rumors about me. I learned about the ones who were never there for me. I bet you have friends. And I just had to learn. I learned the hard way. And unfortunately, it pretty much cut my circle in over half. And I'm fine. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Because now I know who my true people are. And once you find your people, that's good. So Well, I have to get off here because I have to get ready for work. So I don't know where you guys are, but it is windier than crap out here where we are. And we have straight line winds where we are right now. So it is hitting our house like crazy. It sounds like there's something beating the side of our house when it hits. So I've got to go let the animals out. I've got to feed the animals. And I also have to get ready for work, and I have to do all this in like 20 minutes. So I will be back on here after work today. And if you guys have any questions or any subjects you want me to talk about, go to my community page and put them on there, and I will talk about them later today. You guys have a wonderful day and stay warm and stay safe. And if you haven't subscribed to me, go and subscribe to my page. I would appreciate it.